Hello viewers, and welcome to quick bit of streaming. This is just a quick stream today. It's a bit unplanned, but as they've added the new tracks to Gran Turismo, and as it happens that I was just on this track just last week, I thought why not do a few laps and try and improve my time. As you can see, I'm already behind my time now. And improve a little bit. And today I'm not doing any races today. This is just a short stream today. Unfortunately, I've had a few problems getting online, and it's meant that I don't have much time. So disaster through there. Disaster. It's quite a tricky corner that to get right. I'm just trying to find the right technique. Got that wrong as well. And I got that wrong. Oh, it's all going wrong on this lap. Losing speed all around the houses. So we'll see if I can just pause this now and just bring your chat up. I'm sure loads of you are chatting at this time of day, and it's super busy, but if not, you can tune in later and see a replay of my if you've said hello, do say hello again. Unfortunately, the chat app wasn't picking up on things. So obviously last week was my first week racing Gran Turismo Online, and it was my first properly competitive online race like that in racing like that in a long time. So it was nice to see where I need to improve and develop as a racer as well as in terms of time trial. My overall lap times are not on the limit. I'm missing a second really, and you say it sounds like a lot, but actually it's on a course like this, it's 3 corners that you just need to get absolutely perfect, and your time will just go like that. So I just need to test braking points today. No, I got that wrong, didn't I? So we just got to keep testing those braking points, see where we can get the car to turn in, and then that way get our exit lines better. As ever, it's always better to do this in practice. We'll slow down before the end of the lap. This is the corner I'm understeering again on entry there, so I've really got to try and get the car into the entry. So the objective today is just trying to improve, if we can, to the 206s. Once we do that, then I know that so let's settle down now, slow down a bit, lose the time. And then we'll be ready to go. Got to rehydrate, and so unusual time for the stream today, but I will get into a rhythm at some point with a little bit more in the way of streaming action. So just get myself prepared, and then we'll be ready to go. Okay, all right. Let's do some laps then and see if we can try and improve. Increase the sound a bit. Okay, let's find this breaking point somewhere here. I didn't get that corner right at all. Got to find the line through that corner because I'm losing a lot of time here. So that was an area where I just need to find the run-in. I'm turning into the apex too early, and then that's not giving me a good run on the exit. Here it's slower in, better traction out is the so I can carry more speed in, but I'm finding I'm losing traction here. Let's go nice and close to the wall flat. Here, same for the wall. Perfect. Okay, that's better. And here, can we do it in fifth? It's difficult to say, isn't it, really, whether it'd have been better to have shifted to fourth or fifth. I'll have to look at some of the expert videos and see what they're doing. So if we can just optimize now and try and put it all together. Definitely got more speed here. It's quite frustrating, but in some cases I don't know what gear I'm supposed to be in. So I'm still too slow. Got to find more consistent speed through that first sector in particular. So we're going to brake just after the 100-meter board. Let's see if we can do this. No, it's too late. Too late braking. No, that was the wrong gear. So fourth is definitely better for that exit, and this time I'm going to brake just before the 100-meter board next lap, just to see. It's right when you know how. It's obviously a lot of Gran Turismo players have been playing this for a long time, and no, shifted down twice by accident. Next lap, we'll bring it together. Still don't know if it's better to do that in fourth. Okay, can't hear the game. Let's slow down then. Can't hear the game. Can't hear the game, that's strange. Okay, what's going on? Let's see if we can figure out what the problem is there then. And game sound is up. See if we can try that as well, maybe. And you might end up with a sound that's too loud, so do let me know, guys, if you can hear the game. But according to this game sound should be working for you guys. Okay, no, we shouldn't need that, so okay, you should be able to hear it now, guys. Let me know with the audio, and we should be ready to go. Always something not working, isn't there, with this streaming? I tell you, it's been a nightmare for me today. I've been here for an hour trying to get the streaming working, and I've only got 45 minutes or so left. So I'm going to do some driving, and if the sound isn't working, it means resetting everything, and that means end of stream. So I'll see how it goes. Let me know. and if not, I'll stream another day. Okay. Oh, it's weird. It's weird. So you can't hear the game at all. Okay. Let's see if we can try a bit better this time. Just before. Nah, it's too late into the corner. I've got to find that line. I just can't find the line through that corner. And this is where you lose time all the way down here. Look at that, I've lost half a second on myself just through this section. Which just shows you when you're doing these laps that you... Right, let's concentrate a bit now. Less talking, more driving. It has been pure stress today, sorting out this streaming. I don't know why it's not working, but it's finally working now, so... So our objective really is to, and I don't think I'm going to achieve it today, but it's to figure out how we get into the 206s at the very least, and then make for a top 207 consistent lap, which means I won't get destroyed online. And at the moment my times are too slow. So see if we can improve. Once you get a nice consistency going, you're good for racing then. That's one of the things I find with Gran Turismo, is that a good portion of your time is you've got to spend qualifying and just getting a feel for the course. If you're just going cold, you're just going to get annihilated basically. I know that, but you'll be frustrated because you won't be putting in a representative performance. So you guys can hear me now, that's good. It's what is it? It's a Monday. It's a Monday, and you're watching a bit of Alan TV racing round Tokyo. It didn't work either, did it? Damn. Got to figure out that corner. Losing so much time on it. I can't remember what I did that lap. But clearly I got a good run that time, because again, half a second up on what I am. I hit the wall on that lap. And there. Oh dear. It's not happening for me. Monday blues. Indeed. Well, it's Christmas next week, everybody. Christmas time. Ooh. There we go. Concentrate on your driving. Maybe Gran Turismo will release a Christmas present for everybody, who knows. Still, we are improving our standard laps, so never look at practice as a waste of time. It's just... I did short shift there just because I didn't want the back end to suddenly step out on me unpredictably. Zacco's a big fan of myself and Super GT. That's the way to be. You know, relax. You know, don't get too angry about things going on. You know, don't get too intense about it. It's a game, and you know, so when I go into the races, I let people past if they're super quick or if they're leery. There's no point getting involved. You know, just race your race. At the same time, you want to try and maximise your pace and race with decent people. And it's really nice when you do get that feeling of made a mistake there hitting the wall. was better before still, but better that time. Kind of leaning a bit on the steering, on the tyres. Leaning a bit more on the tyres that time for grip. Ah, okay. It worked though. Killing my tyres. Just don't do this in the race. Oh, and then I hit the wall. That's a shame. It's good racing myself, if nothing else. Nibbling those barrels as you go around the corner. I would put the camera. I have very much higher screens. Just to captain now, I have much higher screens. So if you look at my older streams, they do have the camera on top of the TV, but you just get a big ball of light on my head. Just makes me look bald, and you can't see me as well. But if my screen was a bit lower, it would work more. But the screen is right up there, basically. Losing so much time through that corner. Damn, I wish I could figure out what the line was. Maybe people are using the racing line indicator to show them. I've got that all wrong now. Frustrated. Don't know where the solution is to that at the moment. A bit like the final corner on the last track. Much quicker that time though through there. It just shows there's time to be discovered all over this lap. I can only piece the sectors together. Better time this time now. One thing I do like about this camera is it's like the captain is it's like the Formula One team. So when you're watching Formula One, you have that camera on the driver's face. I quite like that. There's something about the swinging steering wheel. Still got a bit of run on me. Trying to reduce resistance on the tyres. See if any extra grip helps with less steer, but made mistakes there. Damn, just a lot of time there. Oh dear, oh dear. Didn't break the final corner. That was my lap. That would have been my job done. Damn it. Just too slow. That was a good lap then up to that point. Just got that final corner wrong. Final two corners really. I did a shift into third here that time. Didn't work for me this time though, did it? It's not a consistent thing. PlayStation Gamer saying, you loving this game again? I am. I'm really enjoying it at the moment. It's a game I've wanted to play for some time, and when you're making videos all the time, you just don't have the time to touch on the wall's frustrating. Lateral movement in the car. Much quicker through there this time though, look at that. We may get close to that time anyway again. Braking too early that time. See an equal mistake. So yeah, I am enjoying this at the moment. It's good fun. They've made constant improvements to Gran Turismo over the past year. They've brought lots of tracks, lots of cars. Really, the only thing it misses is the original Gran Turismo mode. But you can't fault the work they're putting into the online aspect. They've obviously changed the structure of the upcoming FIA races, where you can enter multiple times now. That's interesting. And let's see, again, we know we're not far off. Quick enough. Look at that, 2/10 lost just there. Not far off. Quicker through there though. Damn. Just turned in too early. It was one of the two evils then. Touch the wall or counter steer. Both are going to lose your time. And we're not up. Oh, it's close, isn't it? Marginally better than my other lap, maybe. By the time we get there, it's dropping all the time. Boom. Ah, well, at least we've got a little bit of consistency, even if it's a 207.1. But we know we have a 206.5 in us with the lap times we put together here. And if we get to the 206.5s, then that will secure the qualifying this week in terms of being in a reasonable position, especially given that I'm D class. And I broke too late that time. Hi Nitsa. All action on YouTube, all quiet of course in the other rooms. I will eventually sort out all the info for you guys watching on Twitch. And hit the walls. I just gave up in the end. So it shows that this track is very tricky to get. You've really got to practice it to find its nuances. Like there's a good example, you know, if you dive in too early, the car moves about a lot on the gradient. It's really tricky to get it just right. And what this means is that the guys who practice a lot will be a massive advantage in terms of their own consistency, because they will they'll just be much quicker and know what to do in certain situations, you know. Like sometimes you'll bump on a wall and you think, oh, do I lift, or what do you do? And do you keep your foot down? So when to brake as well, just to get it consistent so you don't make those little wall touches every lap. But today I'll get all of my data in terms of improving lap times and consistency, and then I'll be ready to race online this week and continue my journey. Oh, unfortunately I must have picked up a penalty then, I didn't realise. Blindsided myself with my ghost then, couldn't see what I was doing. So what racing games are you guys playing at the moment? Are you guys playing racing games? What games are you playing? Are you Gran Turismo fans? Are you going to be playing on this week? Do let me know. Not the most exciting stream today, I just thought I'd pop on and share a bit of practice. Otherwise normally I'd just do this offline, but I thought why not have you guys here and joining me while I just learn the course. And then when you guys do watch the races in the next few days, you'll have seen the practice that sort of led up to it, if you like. Slightly different layout you'll see on the screen here. Just so you guys can see a bit more information at the top of the screen. And so yeah, we've got Nitsa, we've got the thing you want as well. Hello guys. And yeah, I'm just really enjoying this at the moment. I just want to get into something and just get better at it rather than just jumping from game to game to game. Okay, let's see. No, too late on the brakes. Trying to carry too much speed through there. That's a shame. That would have been a better lap. I've got a better lap in me, it's just not coming for me today. Panic stopped playing Forza because of the lack of penalties. That's a shame. There's always a rammer. So if we can just get into a consistent 207, I think that race pace wise it won't be the end of the world. But I know I've got 206s in me. I don't think I'm going to get into 205s because that's a whole another level of practice and analysis and, you know, all that. But we shall. We've got Sam from Finland in the room. Hello, Sam from Finland. Oh, I got that completely wrong then, turned in way too early. Oh, very frustrating. It's not happening for me. We're going to look at a different course in a minute, just to get our eye on a different one, because I think I've done enough laps of this now. 206 just isn't happening for me today. It nearly did, and then I bottled it when in those last two corners and lost half a second. So good news is I've got one in me. Bad news is I just haven't managed to bring it out. Oh, blimey. Broke too early. Ruined that. That's a drum gone. One more lap. One more lap on this. Shall we do 20? 20 laps. And then after that, now, Zacco needs to get better rear-wheel drive cars. Couldn't get around last week's Tokyo track without spinning out. It was tricky. It's all about being, you know, patient with the throttle and just knowing your limit. Don't cross your limit. You know, if another guy's 2 miles an hour faster than you, that's fine. He's got another technique. Just try and maximise your own. It's like for me, I'm never going to beat the top guys in the world on this. They're on this all day. They know secret techniques, and you know they'll know how to get that just right, and they'll be a second down the road here. This is where I'm losing a lot of time, is actually on this section. Using a massive amount of time here. And then this is a tricky section here because it's keep it smooth as possible, and I'm always learning how to drive these cars. I mean, those that have a lot of experience will know exactly how to drive this car. So I thought my final corner wasn't great on that best lap, but clearly wasn't too bad. Now, this is saying, is the car a bit understeery? It is at speed, but it's very easy to control. It's a very controllable car. It's just that what's making it tricky is the gradients. So when you're going up and down, obviously it changes the way the car behaves, and there's a lot of little gradients and bumps that affect the car. So if we're going into turn 1 here, we're braking quite late, but because uphill braking we can brake later. But then because it's uphill and then turning, the car can sometimes oversteer. And as you can see there, it understeered, so it's very difficult to get the balance right. If I brake early, the car oversteers into the corner. I did much better through that section that time. And you're always trying to sort of turn the wheel with least resistance when you're qualifying. To an extent you are in the race. Took a lot out the tyres there, didn't I? Lost a lot of grip. I was too aggressive with the wheel then. See, that was me being too aggressive, throwing the car in. And too late on the brakes there. So we're learning every lap. Every lap is a learning experience. But I will look on the forums. That's why I'm just doing some practice today, just to get used to the car on the course, and then once I see what the gears are for the right corners, then we'll. So the thing you want, loved Forza Motorsport in the 360 days, as did I. I mean, I'm a big fan of Forza Motorsport up to Forza 4, and then in Forza 4 they did a wheel update about 2 months after the game was released, and for me personally it completely changed the handling of the game with the wheel. Didn't like it at all after that. And then when they released Forza 5, when you turned off traction control, the rear wheels just kept spinning up. You know, no matter what you were doing with the throttle, you never felt you had any real control. So playing the game without traction control was pointless most of the time. You were just slow. I've got to be calmer into this corner. This is the corner that's really defining a lap for me here as well, because that's it, and that shift up just on the exit, and now turning in really early as you dare here. Get that line there. Just about made it. Completely messed that up, and again we don't get our 206. Oh, it's just not happening for me today. Too slow. I was supposed to stop this 2 laps ago, wasn't I? But that was so close then, wasn't it? But it is improving. You know, at least we're getting into the regular 207s and 208s. My first lap was a 218, so it was a case of improving by 10 seconds a lap. and I got the first corner completely wrong. So that is that. We'll just have a look at some other. So not good enough, disappointed, but at least with a bit more practice I can try and improve my. Panic says key to winning is consistency. It is. I'm a more consistent driver than I am fast one. That's my but we're a long way behind the leaderboards. I mean, they're like 2 seconds down the track, aren't they? Look at that, 2:05. Wow. But I think a 2:06 is comfortable for me to get into once I learn some nuances. But, that was a bit of practice there. I'm just going to look at the other tracks and just see what we have here. So we've got this one make track here. Let's just see what this is like. And we can pick a colour for it there as well. Go with the red one. I don't think we can change anything on this one. It won't be a long stream today, guys. Unfortunately, I had some problems getting the stream working, and I was here racing for an hour, couldn't get anything working, so I've lost a lot of time on the stream, but I will make up for it with some bumper racing streams you're going to see. So once I get all this, I know the practice bit might seem a bit boring, but I thought, hey, if I'm going to just sit here and practice, I may as well let's turn that off. Can we change these? No, we can't. So not much we can do there. Let's see what. Now I don't know this track, so let's see where this goes. Oh, it's like a roller coaster there, isn't it? Oh, it's an electric car. No gears. Is that the pit lane? I assume it is. Oh, it's just silent. How weird. Oh, I don't know where to brake. Okay. Right. Okay, that's that. Oh, it feels weird, doesn't it? There's no engine sound. Oh, it's strange to drive. This course will take me a lot of learning as well, no doubt about it. Let's get rid of the penalty. Oh, thought I could get rid of the penalty before the line, but it's only a short lap. Oh no, it wasn't a lap, it's just a sector. Well, this is very much like a Ridge Racer circuit, isn't it? I wonder if I could get some Ridge Racer music going. Don't know where I'm going here. It lacks atmosphere, doesn't it, when there's no... Oh, Tesla. Oh goodness, sorry, do you know what? I wasn't even looking at the car model when I picked it. I was just looking at, it's just a car. Wasn't even looking. That's me. It's I think what I'm realising is I've got about 2 minutes left before I have to end the stream, but let's just see where we... That wasn't really quite what I wanted. See, drifting always might be fun, but it's actually much slower when you're racing. So let's just learn the course. I won't be able to put in a lap time today, but every corner looks the same. That's what I'm finding with this car at the moment. Cool. It's a bit slidey, isn't it? feels a bit dull, doesn't it, with no engine sound? I know it's the future. I know. And we're hitting the wall. I was wondering if we would. And that's messed up this lap as well because I went over the finishing line so slowly. Never mind. Feels like it needs a bit of music playing or something. Let's change view. Let's mix it up a bit, viewers. Let's bring the excitement of a bit of music going. That's what you need in your Tesla. On the power. Oh, bit too much power. Let's roll it in. I'm sure a lot of this you could probably do without even braking, you know, just literally oversteer the car into the corner. I mean, look at that there. Just got to be more aggressive, really. Forget the penalties now. And here we go. Just try and... Oh, I wasn't looking there. Oh, okay. That's all right. Should have been looking. Got to learn this. I find it all looks the same. It could do with like different coloured bits or something. Something to give it a bit of... This must be what it's like racing Formula E, you know, racing down sort of boring corridors. Because the tracks do look quite dull because they're just like this, aren't they? They're just... I think something it brings to me is when I'm driving, my engine note tells me a lot about the car. Because there's no engine note, I just don't have a feel for it, really. Well, that's enough of that. We'll come back to that later. I just don't enjoy that. That's it. We'll come back to that. It's strange. It's a weird feeling of just judgment of knowing so what you need to do is, when you really know the course, is knowing the speed into that corner and what you're aiming for, so that you're prepared for it, rather than like sort of normally judging with gears, because a lot of the time you're braking into a gear. And this is a course I don't know that well, I don't think, is it? I can't remember. Oh no, this is one I was doing the other day. What cars are... do I have a... I don't know if I have a competitive car. I guess I'll just go with this one. Have a quick look at this one. And Mark Patterson says, looks like Tokyo is live after all. I don't know, was it not supposed to be today? I was waiting for these new tracks and looking forward to getting stuck in. Yeah, I mean, Formula E this weekend, I just found it lacked atmosphere because there's no sound from the cars, but most of the track is just barriers. And the crowd were, not only was the crowd not that animated, but there wasn't defined flags. There wasn't like an orange and a red and a blue flag for the different teams. Oh, wow, it starts you right on the corner. That's handy. Oh, I thought I knew the course. Okay, I don't know this course. Oh, it's backwards. I've never done it backwards. Oh, I don't like reverse courses. I sound like I'm moaning. Oh goodness me, this is going to be a problem now, isn't it? Oh well, let's just take it nice and slowly, and let's I am probably going to watch another video online learn all the gears, and then that'll save me tons and tons of laps once I know what I'm doing. I'm making a meal of this, I know. Never, don't mind me. I'm like this when I learn a course, and then as soon as I get my head around it, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. So we know that some of these sections are flat in other cars, the other way around. But of course, when you change the gradient, you change everything. I've never done this in reverse, and I can say quite comfortably that I do not enjoy it. Trying to avoid the cone there cause that. Oh, I do not like reverse courses. Formula E is improving. Let's talk about Formula E rather than my driving for a minute. Formula E, it is. They've got faster cars. One of the issues I had was with the fact the cars all look very similar. The paint jobs aren't very defined. So when I was looking at 20 cars together, it's not like I could see the Mercedes and the Ferrari and the Jordan or whatever. They all look quite similar with multicoloured paint jobs. I think the paint jobs, a lot of them look silvery. They look quite similar. They've got what I call electric colour schemes developed by marketing departments, rather than proper racing liveries that are simple and easy for the fans to follow. And they really need that. They need a red car, blue car, green car. You know, cars that really stand out with colours. No, it's still not right. This is going to... I'm sorry viewers, this is painful, but just this is probably a race I won't do this week actually. Stick to the Tokyo ones. Does anyone know, do you have to do all 3 races to improve your ranking? This car can really catch you out in 3rd gear, can't it? It's surprising just how much wheels do spin up. So more progressive on the power. Goodness, this is a tricky one. The Key 25 explains how. Oh, brilliant, because I'll have a look later just to see what the gears are for these corners, because I haven't a Scooby-Doo at the moment in terms of. Let's just try and improve a little bit. So we've learned that this first corner here I struggle on, so if we just take it slow through here, then at least I can learn some of the rest of the track. Can't remember where I go now. That's over here. And that's it for today. Well, I'm out of time now, viewers, so I hope you enjoyed the little stream today. Bit of a brief one, I know. Bit of practice, and then a bit more practice, and then I'll do some racing this week and really work on the Tokyo track and stuff like that. But thanks for tuning in. It will be more organised. I had an hour today just trying to get the streaming software running, and there's always problems. You switch on your PC and something doesn't work and stuff like that. But that's it for now, viewers. Some racing coming up this week, and there'll be more from me very soon.